Yo, we're back on the Banana Sandwich SMP, and we are kind of starting work on the Nether Hub. I blew a hole in the roof. I blew a hole in a couple extra spots around the edge. And then these are gonna have firefly bushes, and then they're gonna be hidden just so it can give some like particles and stuff. And then there's going to be out to here, there, and this is going to be moved, and it's going to be really, really cool. So I'm just going to be collecting the materials for it, and then Pink Dragonfly will get on that, and she will finish it all up, and it will look really cool, and then we'll jump back into it. So we gathered the last bits of the materials that we're going to need. This will take up all this room. We'll have to move that. So yeah, we just got to wait for Pink to get on, and then we can get this all set up. What was that? Oh, I guess it was nothing. Oh, and it's done. Oh, stupid. Got this finished. Well, Pink did almost all of it. I did some of the decorations inside. Or well, I she did all of it. I just placed some of the blocks for her. But yeah, we got some cool stuff in here, like extra stuff in case we need to store stuff here. There's gonna be boats in here and directions to everyone's stuff. And yeah, it's got a little design up there. These don't really have spots yet. This is wrong, and this doesn't have a spot either. But these might go to somewhere else later. Um, but for now, we got the shopping district portal here, and then over here we have the mini game district. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. And then if you want to go underneath, there's a big hole right here from the hole I blew. Nope. So yeah, we got a nice area right here where it's kind of spawn proofed, just so if you do need to go down here, you don't get immediately mobbed. No pun intended. And then I'll probably extend these out pretty far in each direction. That way, and that way. This one kind of goes into a different type of thing. Um, so I will probably get to like breaking off some of the edges right here just so they can't just walk onto it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start extending these. There's one way down right here, and then there's one way down right here. I might move this one a little bit if this doesn't go very far. So yeah, I'll probably just be setting this up on the side, like putting the edges and trying to make it a little bit more safe and less of a death trap if you want to go belief. Hmm. Then back in the mountain, uh, we got a turtle. This was a birthday present. There was a little bit in here. There's some paintings. There was some shulkers of my own stuff. There was a book. There was some cake. Just a nice little present. And there was also a shulker hidden in his head, which was kind of dark. But yeah, it's a nice little turtle. He's got a cake on his back. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I might move him. I might leave him here. We'll see. But the other thing I've done since my time away has been I've added some lore stuff. Down in here, we got a little book of lore, and then we got a portal. It's just a fun little thing to find. Then we got another little lore spot right over here. I'm not sure how I'm gonna have this. I might cover up right here and then have one way down into it. Or it might just stay like this and you just find it kind of on your own. But right down here we have this kind of tomb. It's got some locks on it. You can see there's some chains with some little things locked. A couple are broken, and there's some deep dark stuff flowing out of it. And then we got a book of lore. It's got 13 pages, so it's a bit of reading if you want to kind of understand it. But yeah, it's just a little fun way to add some lore to the mountain. We're gonna kind of want to lay out some cobblestone and find some chunks for the rooms that we're gonna want to have. So I think what we'll first do is just kind of give this one a little bit down here. Kind of go like this, We'll go one chunk. So I think the entry will probably be one more chunk out here. So we got this, so we got the entrance kind of started. It'll probably go in kind of like this. I'll probably have like black concrete kind of around the edges so it can kind of still be like a scary monster mouth because he's very, very scary. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have this wall kind of be blank. You can't really go out this way. And then this one will have four ways out. And then this way will have four ways out. And that'll kind of start your adventure. If we jump into my creative world, we can kind of give an example of what I think it's going to be like. I kind of had one idea of how to do it before that I kind of went against, but it was going to be like a disc or two discs gets sent along with you, and that determines how much power goes through the stuff, which means that different rooms would do different things for you, but that seems like kind of a lot of extra stuff for little payoff. So what I decided, I think, is you'll pick which of the different classes you want to be. So we got wizard, which will be a flame bow. You get, some magic. And then you got a rogue, you just get an iron sword. A fighter, you get a stone sword, but you get a shield. Ranger, you get a bow and a dog. And then a bard, you get less enemies and a wooden sword. So the less enemies, there's just going to be certain doors that only a bard can go through. Um, Maybe we'll have it be like you can throw in your wooden sword and it will open the door for you so you can go through. And then barbarian, you get a diamond axe, and so they all have their benefits and their downsides. And different rooms will have different enemies, obviously, and it'll be kind of dependent on which room you want to go through. So every room is going to have four doors, and it's all going to be controlled by a roll of a dice. And the roll of the dice will do these two random generators, and then there is a critical fail if neither one of them goes off. And then if just the first one goes off, that is a fail. If just the second one goes off, that is a succeed. And then the last one, or if they both go off, it'll trigger the last one, which is a crit, and that will kind of be every room's design. So I think what we're gonna do in the first room is we're gonna have the choices that you can pick over here, um, on this wall, and then I think I might just have like one way that you can go through on here, and then you can start the rolling of the dice, and then this way you can also go through and then do the rolling of the dice there. There's also ways to go up and ways to go down, so we will be able to have some be dead ends there, and then maybe you have to go backwards. Um, Not really sure how that's going to work unless we keep the doors open the entire time, so maybe we can't do it on a timer, and we'll just have a button in the beginning that is a reset button that sets all the doors back. So we got the first couple rooms marked out. I think I'll have three here, have a little space, and then three here. It leaves a little space in between the walls, and then over here, I think just the first room is going to be this small. I think the rest of them might be maybe two chunks, maybe a little bit more. It depends. I might not even go by the chunks. I think that was just like a good starting point. But before we get too invested in this, I do want to run over and get a frog quest and try and get one of those done as well. So we're going to go immediately to a hard quest. Um, I kind of want to put some sound effects, but it's in water, so I don't know how I do that. Only use oh, that says 10 in-game days. We can do that. Let's go put all our tools somewhere and make some stone ones. So I don't know if I said who this was before, but this is the Lassos stuff. I think I just called them player before, but let's see if they have anvils anywhere. Over here should have an anvil. Anvil. So got a little bit done. I got a book over here that kind of has the rules. These are set up. I think I'm gonna take two out, and it's only gonna be four rolls that you can pick. Um, I actually don't know if they're gonna do much. I think it's gonna be like simple things like one will be a bow, one will be a sword, one will be an axe, and one will be maybe just a way to get through um like easier, like you'll have a special easy access way. I don't know. We still haven't decided on that yet. And then once we start having bigger rooms out in this part, we can start asking people if they want to come in and decorate a room and have it be more of a collaborative thing between the whole server. And I think that'll be a little bit more fun. We still got a lot of ways to go. Also, as you can see, I'm back on my normal tools. I had a rough couple days. Uh, Almost broke some of them. I was very, very close to losing my pick. But we made it. I also decided on a new rule for the frogs. So it's not 10 days in game, it's you have to be the one to sleep 10 times. And so that took a little bit extra long because I couldn't just like AFK 10 days, stuff like that. I actually had to be around to hit the bed and make sure that I did the sleeping before anyone else did. But sometimes you get really lucky and have people that don't like to sleep on, and it makes it really, really quick. Since that's done, we might as well throw it in here and get another one. I probably shouldn't have done another hard quest. That's really gonna mess things up. Give a big gift to the Mongolian god. Oh god, I've gotten this one multiple times now. Once again, I did a little bit more than intended. I got a pathway going up now. Um, I might add some more trees around, like some sides and stuff, just so it's not all right here. Uh, but yeah, we got a little path going up. We got a portal right here. I think I'm gonna decorate this with like a custom tree, a big custom tree. We'll get rid of this one behind it, and then do a big custom tree and have this coming out of the bottom of it, and then it'll be a little welcoming thing to the Mega Game Mountain. Name pending. It's also known as Dave. It's an acronym, but the acronym is a secret. But yeah, this is how you can get up there now. You just walk up. It's got some clickies, but none of them connect to any of the trapdoors, so it should be fine. And then once you get in, I got rid of the lights. I think I'm gonna scrap picking your classes and stuff, and it's just gonna be kind of a game where you go in, you'll push the button, you'll get a random door or all the doors, and then if you have to go through, like if you roll the lowest one and it only opens one door, you'll go through that door, travel through all the other ones, and then end up getting to the same room that the last door would open, and then you'll push another button and try and do the same thing. And it's kind of gonna be like a speed running thing. There will be more dangers later in it, but I think for the first big chunk of it, it's just gonna be like speed run, see how far you can get and stuff. And then right now it's just gonna be cobblestone. I'll change it all to nicer stuff. And then once I get to like I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm lost. I don't think I know where I am all of a sudden. Once I get to a more open area, I can start inviting people in to uh, kind of design their own spots and do stuff like that. But for right now, we're gonna have to transfer some of this cobblestone and stuff into more pleasing stuff to look at. So I'll get into that maybe next time. I think this might be it for this one. Next time we will do some work on the tree and try and get some of these rooms done and see if we can have someone do a little test run on it. And then maybe get some work done towards making new rooms. So, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!